I am Slick Nick, and it's time for an update on my journey of becoming fit by my 40th birthday. Here we are, the week of Christmas of 2020, and I will turn 40 in April of 2021. So we're a little over 4 months away. And if you go back and watch videos from earlier this year, you can look at me and you can tell the difference of how I have gained muscle and I have lost fat. There's definition in my arms that just didn't used to be there. Like, that didn't used to be there. Now, I'm not claiming that I have huge muscles, but I've definitely built muscles that weren't there before. And I've absolutely, undeniably seen the change happen in my pant size. It's funny because at work, one of the things we had to do is submit some New Year's resolutions for 2020. And one of mine was to get back into my size 31 pants. Because at that point, I was 34, size 34. Now I'm 5'9", so I'm not tall. So I definitely, and for years, since I've turned 35, it's been a struggle to be able to fit in those pants that I used to be able to have before the age of 35. So I can undeniably say that at this point, I am definitely in my size 31 pants now. In fact, I'm having to make sure I even wear a belt too while I wear size 30. Some of my pants are 32. If I wear size 32, I have to wear a belt. So that's a good place to be in. It's interesting too because my favorite store, Marshall's, like it's the only store I'll actually shop at other than Target. I was able to get some new workout pants right before Christmas break here, and $10. I'm so happy about these. What's the brand? Brooklyn, New York. Is that the brand? Express. Okay. So, but these are slim. I am a man who's 39 years old and wearing slim cut pants. I love these pants, man. Stand in this chair. I love being able to wear my skinny pants. Yay. It's funny, they have this gold glittery stripe down that. I love it. I love being able to wear slim fitting pants. That makes me feel great. And I can look at my stomach too, and that's what my stomach looks like. Like, wow, my stomach did not look that way at the beginning of this year. It's really largely been over the last couple of months. And well, speaking of my stomach, so for example, yeah, there's still fat that needs to go. But like, as I'm working my stomach, I am building the muscles in there. I feel them. And once the fat goes away, then we're really going to be able to see those. Like, perhaps that's the best my stomach's ever looked in my life. Now, I'm not here to say, oh, I look great, I look amazing. But it's about the transformation, the progress that I've made, because my stomach didn't look that way a couple of months ago even. It was largely about my diet. Once I started intermittent fasting and not eating any calories usually till at least noon, and then when I do, just pure protein, and then not having any vegetables or carbohydrates or fruit until my last meal of the day. Once I started doing that, where my insulin basically wasn't spiking until later in the day after I've already burned most of my energy from fat calories, that's largely what it was. Now granted, I'm also staying under 2,000 calories a day, and that's how I'm burning the fat. Now eventually I will be able to increase my calories once I lose all the fat, so I can focus more on building muscle. But I have built muscle I have more muscle on my body than I have in my entire life. Not claiming that I have a lot of muscles, but it's looking for that little bit of progress there. So as far as how much I weigh, because I'm sure somebody would ask in the comments, officially, consistently, 161 is what the scale is showing. Whereas most of this year, it was 178. That's like my default weight. If I'm eating, over 2,000 calories a day, then it pretty much is going to keep me maintaining my weight. 178 is the default. But I've been here lately consistently weighing 161. A couple times in the last week, I got down to 158. So there's kind of a few pounds that it ranges back and forth. But the last 2 days, 161, I used my parents' digital scale to measure myself, and that's what it showed. But I'm about to officially crack those 150, and hopefully keep going down from there. Ultimately, once I lose the fat there on my stomach, then that might be another question people ask, what's your goal? Well, my goal I know that I said to be fit, and because originally to get rid of the dad bod. I don't think I have a dad bod anymore, but now I just want to make sure I'm fit, and I just want a stomach that is flat. Ultimately, I said my goal too is 17% body fat. So you know what? I mean, I'm pretty close to that. I mean, I'm getting. You can see that going on. So I mean, I don't know. You might be able to tell me if that's 17%. Maybe it's closer to 20. I don't know, but absolutely, I've made progress on that. So as you can see with the Christmas tree in the background, this is being filmed the week of Christmas 2020, and it's so encouraging and rewarding to know that I'm going to go through this week and I'm not going to gain fat this week. I have my regimen in my place, my intermittent fasting, my backloading, my counting my calories, and going out for walks every day. Even though I'm not going to the gym this week, I'm going on long walks outside, even if it's cold. I bundle up. I control that. I have control over whether I'm fit or not, whether I gain weight or not, despite it being Christmas and there being higher calorie food around me. I get to say, well, I'm still going to not eat until noon. I'm going to eat my kimchi. I'm going to have my eggs. I'm going to have my cottage cheese. I'm going to have my whey protein. I'm going to eat salads. I'm going to have probably some oats with some fruit. I'm going to have my macadamia nuts. I'm going to eat all my stuff that's going to be high in protein, low in calories. I'm going to have the right kind of fat. And I'm still going to have some left over in my caloric budget for the day to still be able to have some fun. So if there's some cake that I want, or some kind of cookie, or some kind of treat, whatever it is, my mom's making lasagna actually. She made lasagna. She put extra spinach in there for me. And she put some hard-boiled eggs in there, which is awesome in lasagna if you've never had it, which you probably haven't, because I think my mom kind of invented that. It's an old Italian concept. A quarter of my heritage is Italian. My great-grandfather got off the boat exactly 100 years ago. It was 1920 when he came off the boat from Italy. So I'm going to still be able to appreciate having some good food. My mom made some pies. I love pie. Actually, I love pie is superior to cake. I'm going to have some pie. You know, granted, she cut the sugar in half, and it's mainly just fruit. It's not a whole lot of much else than that. But I had the conversation with her. She was able to work with me on that, and we can find ways that she could take what she was going to do and kind of make it to where I can enjoy a little bit more of it. But I'm still going to count the calories. I'm still mainly eating what I'm doing here. But that second meal of the day is where I have kind of almost like a 500 calorie budget that I can enjoy some things I wouldn't normally, but without gaining fat over Christmas break. So there's the update. I'm very excited about the progress. It's been a pretty good year for me based on what I've seen on that. I have control over that situation. I'm Slick Nick. I focus on what I can control, not on what I can't. Your comments are right here.